What's going on, guys? Rob from Heroes Avenue, and I just read an interesting article on Screen Rant that is referencing something that happened on Twitter in regards to the Batgirl movie. If you guys didn't know, Roxane Gay, who is an English professor, writer, and editor outside of comics, but also in comics, she was one of the first African-American writers for Marvel, one of the two, and of course I'm referring to the work of World of Wakanda, which was actually canceled before the release of the Black Panther movie. Now, to be honest, I haven't read it myself, but her work has gotten her some critical acclaim. So she was one of the voices that first let it be known that she was interested in penning the Batgirl story once it was revealed that Joss Whedon was out of the picture. So it looked like on Twitter she had expressed interest initially when that announcement was made, and quickly enough WB seemed to respond to her saying, "Hey, if you're interested, basically send us your information. Let's get in contact." And just recently, this Screen Rant article is referring to what essentially is Roxane Gay insulting the DC universe, and in particular Justice League. So apparently, I'll go ahead and link the article down below, but apparently Roxane Gay has not seen Justice League, not until it was released on home video, and that just recently happened, as you all know. And she had some harsh words to say about it, but interestingly enough, those harsh words were a way for her to essentially audition for the role of a screenwriter for this upcoming Batgirl movie. Let's just take a look at it right here. So, in her first tweet, it took real effort to make Justice League this bad. Definitely let me write Batgirl. 2 hours felt like 4. Boring villain. How is a villain boring? So those were her tweets right here, and funny enough, whether you liked Justice League or not, again, my position on it is that I enjoyed the movie. I watched it 2 times in theaters and watched it again on home video. Not my home video, I didn't buy it, but I definitely enjoyed it. But it's not the version of the Justice League that I wanted to see. It's definitely not Zack Snyder's vision as he intended it. So I am still bitter. It left a bitter taste in my mouth after the theater, and every time I watch clips from it, I am very bitter given what it could have been. Or, again, we'll never know what it could have been because WB, the higher-ups at WB messed with this movie, fired Zack Snyder, and we never got to see what it was. But regardless, Roxane Gay was not a fan of this. It took a real effort to make Justice League this bad. Definitely let me write Batgirl. That's a super interesting way of trying to get WB's attention and get yourself a job. I don't know if she's actually really serious about taking this job. Is she just is she joking around hoping that, hey, maybe this works, maybe it doesn't? I'm not sure, but funny enough, another screenwriter, Zach Stentz, who has worked on Thor, X-Men First Class, the CW Flash TV show, pointed out this tweet right here. Is she negging Warner Brothers? An intriguing strategy. This is really funny because if you guys don't know what negging is, it's essentially a tactic for picking up women or attracting women. It's funny, I used to have a friend who was a pickup artist, and it was no joke. This guy actually was a literal pickup artist, and he had me read a book a long time ago called The Game, which is the first time I was introducing to negging itself. And he's referring to negging. Essentially, it's almost like you insult them, you insult the person, or negging, in that context was the girl, you insult her, but in insulting her, you're actually attracting her to you. And in this case, he's referring to Roxane Gay insulting Warner Brothers, and her intention is to reel them in and get herself a job. I'm not sure if this is a strategy that's going to work. I think it's pretty funny, and I am pretty happy that people are calling Warner Brothers out and calling this movie for what it is. As long, again, I enjoyed it, but I totally understand everyone criticizing it, and with Justice League being the lowest grossing DC Universe movie, I think it's very fair for all the criticism that it is receiving. I think all that is very fair, I should say. Really interesting strategy. For one, I'm interested in her telling the story because she's obviously a fan. She's obviously insulted at what she got in theaters. So even though I kind of enjoyed it, I actually would rather have someone like this who is a fan and was insulted by what they saw writing this. So she's worked with comics, she's a writer, English professor. I'm kind of interested in seeing her take, though. I don't know which direction she would go in. She got my attention. Did she get your guys' attention? Let me know what you guys think. Do you think she might have the chops to write this Batgirl movie? Are you interested in what she has to say about it? Or do you feel this insult was a little too much and you want her away from this project as far as possible? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really interested to see what your guys' take is. Please give this video a like if you can. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. And also follow us on Instagram at Heroes Avenue for more updates. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.